Okay, hello there ladies and gentlemen, Alexander Hilly123 here, and it's time for yet more Resident Evil 4 Professional Difficulty Let's Play / Walkthrough. And we are now on Chapter 4/3, which is most probably my favourite chapter in the game. And I must apologise at this point, because in the previous video, in the first half of the video anyway, because I actually ended up splitting that one into two, in the first half of it, it was recorded with my laptop microphone, I do believe, and it's actually pretty decent, but it is louder than my Blue Snowball is by default, and it must have sounded pretty harsh, so I do apologise about that. But anyway, my favourite chapter it may be, but unfortunately, I'm going to continue saying something that I said a hell of a lot in the last two parts, 4.1 and 4.2, which is,
what are you buying?
The gameplay is pretty dire. Yeah, this did not go too well. I come close to dying a few times, actually. To the Chainsaw Gentleman, the El Salvadors, the Doc Salvadors. And there are 4 of them all together in this level, would you believe? But we've got the Leaning Tower of Pisa, for some reason. Or the Leaning Tower of a place in rural Spain. Before we go down into the mines, there's a few enemies blocking our way. There's actually a lot near a fire in the distance though, but I just kill these first to me and then I move on. Missing out on some loot, but who cares? It'll be right. But doing this strategy, unfortunately, it doesn't work. I get hit. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? I was raging. I'm so angry. This is shit. This is a lot of rubbish. I'm MLG. Because I'm a whiny little punk-ass bitch. But this has always worked before. But of course, I'm recording, so this is the first time that the enemies move faster and I end up getting hit. Here they are. I couldn't believe it. So I thought, well, I don't think I'll be able to run past them here. I'll get my shotgun, and I get hit. There we go. First time that's ever happened in that particular situation. But fuck it, it's time to go into the mines. I'm sure Nathan Drake himself has been down here a few times, hasn't he? Shit. But this area, there's something about it that I love. It's kind of like a maze in the middle there, and you've got a chainsaw guy. Well, you've got 2 of them in that little room to the left. 1 upstairs, 1 downstairs. Pro dodge. Pro dodge. But yes, there is a key in that room that we need. Oh god, I think it was 2 or 3 parts ago I was saying that this game is so good that it had taken me a while in the Let's Play to actually mention the regenerators and the boss that's called It. That's its actual name, It. Things like that. But another part I've just remembered, kind of wish I hadn't, is the Krauser battle. Pro dodge. That's the 3rd pro dodge in this chapter. But no, yeah, there's a battle coming up with Krauser. It's pretty much near the end of the game, actually, to be honest. But on professional difficulty, it's a real problem. As that guy just slowly falls down, that made me laugh. Especially with the timing of the music stopping. But yeah, basically what I use is a mixture of the Magnum and the knife, because the knife deals a lot of damage to Krauser, I do believe. And he has this kind of claw that stops him taking damage. So you've got to be very careful of how you use your shots. But that fight it has gone really, really, really well before in the past, and you can actually stun lock him. But there are a lot of quick time events, and this game has a lot of great boss battles. The Crozer one isn't one of them. It's fucking horrible. There's one of the Doc Salvadors. And I spend a good over 5 minutes in this room, and I have no idea why. I have no idea why. I could just blast these guys with a shotgun, maybe drop a flashball, do a bit of crowd control, and get the fuck out of here. Instead, I stick around and engage in the combat, and it goes pretty badly. And I just love the fact that that guy's standing there, ready for you. But yeah, this part went really, really badly. Usually goes better, but I think one of the problems I have is that I've no mine thrower ammo. And the mine thrower is very good because you've got the Salvadors coming from the left, the Ganardos from the right. The mine thrower is really good to blow the Ganardos up with. But you just want them to fuck off really quickly. And as you can see, it's just not happening. It's all piling up. And the Incendiary doesn't exactly do what I wanted it to. That's the really close one. It should not get that close. And I notice here that my ammo is running low. This complete belt... I'm raging by now. Trust me, guys, I'm raging by now. She runs at me. And I just about get it. Clutch. That is clutch, boys. I avoid that. I knew that melee was coming, so I moved forward to avoid it. That was pretty good. Like that. But I knew I had to use that melee to knock them both down, though, because I've still no ammo in my shotgun. And a melee kick to finish him off. But of course the trusted TMP doesn't let me down. But it's funny, isn't it? Because I think one of the criticisms of Resident Evil 5 and 6 is that the gameplay is way too fast, and it's strayed from its horror roots in many ways other than the combat, but I'm just talking specifically about combat here. Yet, the gameplay in this game is a lot more fast and frenetic, in my opinion, than in 5 and 6 in certain places. And the thing is, it works really well. Oh, look at him juking me. But in 5 and 6, it doesn't work that well. Which I've already spoken about numerous times. What am I still doing in this room, guys? Answers on a postcard. But it's time for the cart section coming up. And like I said before, it goes pretty badly. Jesus Christ, it's Good Friday today, ladies and gentlemen. There's tons of people outside my house. One of the things I hate about living on a main road. I miss living on a street. But here we have another section where the ceiling is caving in on us. And I don't think you can shoot those things before you arrive in this room. But I'm juking the spiders. And there we have it. All those G's. Motherfuckers making G's. I also missed some shotgun shells during this fight because there is a time when the cart stops and you start it up again by shooting this lever, and 9 times out of 10 what happens is I accidentally shoot the lever whilst trying to shoot Ganados and I don't realise it. But there are shotgun shells to the left of me, like where I'm aiming now, and you can pick them up and there's like 10 shotgun shells and I miss them because I'm not anticipating the cart starting again. But as you can see, my inventory is now starting to get a little bit bare. Now, look at that retard though. The striker is obviously the best weapon for this. But there we go. It starts fucking horrendously. But what could I have done about that really? I had to deal with the guy that's next to me really. But as we can see, there are also random planks of wood like that. You can just got to dodge. Oh, how many times I've been hit by them in the past. And I think this is what I spoke about a minute or so ago, where the lever stops, the shotgun shells are on the left, and yeah. Oh, I also spoke of in one of the last parts, I blow my own arse up here with the mine thrower. That's a good shot with the mine thrower. But it doesn't seem to work for some reason though. And I have no idea why. But I do blow myself up with a mine thrower because I shoot an enemy who I've already hit with a mine thrower. And even though it's timed, it'll go off as soon as you hit it. This is it here, this is it. Look, he runs towards me and I'm thinking, oh fuck me. Gotta knock him back, but yeah. Blow my own ass up, the cart started, I've missed the shotgun shells, and it's all pretty comical. It's absolutely fucking dire, really. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? I was raging. You've heard that by now, but I was raging. Awful gameplay. Finish off Salvador, and let's salvage what's the rest of this chapter. Imbecile. I don't remember him saying that in this playthrough so far. It's quite strange. A few very rare magnum bullets there. And I think this is the last Doc Salvador. I've got pins and needles in my leg. Oh my lord, that hurts. My foot. Oh. Ah, yes, I also managed to damage myself with an incendiary. I've not used the semi-auto rifle much in this chapter, so I decide to finish him off with that. I've just got a bit of a fetish in all games really, but especially in games that are like Resident Evil 4 and survival horror games. You've got to enjoy reloading your weapons, I know I do. It's very important. It's a key element of survival. But you can't move into the different carts now because it's derailing, and if you actually keep a few of the Ganados alive here, they just stand there, they won't try and attack you. You can't take damage, and it's all a little bit silly, but it's fun. Was a little bit drawn out. I thought it was going to fall then for a second. But thus ends, for me, my favourite chapter in Resident Evil 4. And coming up, we've got chapter 4/4, which is a longer chapter than this. But overall, it's pretty cool, and we've got the Salazar boss fight as well. And after that, it's the island, where for me, unfortunately, the game gets worse.